Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video I will be fully building Kosmosur 3D's Mirage 5 Dagger in 1/48 scale. As you can see, the kit has the lines of the 3D printer, and you can see here that how the kit came originally. It was divided between the rear fuselage and the front fuselage. So what I first did was to glue both halves with my epoxy glue, and here you can see the openings for the main landing gear and the nose gear. The nose gear will need a bit of trimming to make it fit correctly into the opening, but the main landing gear was okay. It fitted okay. As you can see here also, there are the channels for the missiles and fuel tanks, which I won't be using. And in this space, the opening for the pilot. Kosmosur 3D also included in this small bag. Let me open it. Both main landing gear wheels, front fuel tanks, which are also divided in halves. These ones too for the wings. The missiles also came as separate entities, which I won't be using them. Main landing gear doors and struts. Nose gear with the door molded, and here you can see the vacuum form canopy and the pilot, which I will be adding to the aircraft because otherwise the kit would look very bare, very empty. And now I will be... I forgot to mention, here's the pitot tube for the nose. I think it's the pitot tube. I will be keeping them safe in this Ziploc bag until the time comes to glue it, to add each piece to its opening, to its area. Let's put it like that. Colors I will be using are going to be Rebel Aqua colors, specifically for the Southeast Asia camouflage, RLM 79, RLM 471, and RLM 70. Undersides will be painted white, and the wings will receive a coat of yellow for the Malvinas wing bands. This aircraft will wear decals from Condor Decals, Argentine Mirage 35 in their last fly in 1/48 scale, and the scheme I will be using is this one, Dagger 1978 2015 finger. It's a commemorative scheme for Dagger C-408. Also, the owner of Kosmosur sent me these decals free of charge, but I won't be using them. The first thing I will do before start painting the kit is, as you can see here, the union between the fuselage hubs. I will be filling the area and then adding super glue with a cocktail stick. Let me open it. Here you can see it. Several cocktail sticks. I will be using La Gotita, which is my go-to super glue, and I will be using this masking tape, which will be glued in next to the area where it's to be filled, and I will be using 400 grit sandpaper to sand the area down, and then I will be using finer sanding paper to smooth out the area. So yeah, first thing I will do is to open the masking tape. I will use masking tape because I don't want to damage the panel lines. Well, there aren't any panel lines. I don't want to damage the PLA lines. So here I will be using like this, a small in the surrounding, covering the area with masking tape. I wasn't showing anything, sorry. Covering it with the masking tape. here, there, perfect. There, first half covered. Now I will be adding a second tape for the surrounding rear fuselage area. And there, I'm not showing anything, sorry. It's my first time recording a live video. There, now that the area is masked, I will be applying super glue, which will be applied next to the plane here in the cardboard. I will grab a cocktail stick, and then with a little some care, I will be, can you see it? Yes, I will be applying the super glue to the seams. Hopefully it will be enough that in some maybe 2 or 3 coats the seam will disappear and I will be able to paint the aircraft. But first, let's cover the seam line. The first half is already done, so I will be applying super glue to the second half of the fuselage. Can you see it? I hope so. There, a little bit more of super glue on the hubs, and then I will cut this video to allow the glue to set, and then I will be painting. What I do to fill seams is to first apply some super glue, then I apply my primer, which is Rebel Matte Black, and then when everything is dry and I can see the imperfections, I grab the 400 grit sandpaper and then sand it down until I can see there aren't any seams to be filled. Hopefully this will be the case, and I will be able to go to the painting stage fast. One of the main advantages of the 3D printing process is that it can be done rather quickly and cheaply. However, the cheapness of the kits are represented in the amount of details, because Kosmosur it's a very rather recent arrival to the Argentinian modeling scene. I think they were founded in... Is it okay? Can you see anything? I think Kosmosur was founded during COVID, during the COVID outbreak, and the owner is a very kind man, and he's very open to improve the... I'm trying to remove the tape, but I can't remove it. There. He's open to constructive criticism, and he's now modifying. He does an A4 Skyhawk, A4Q, also in 148 scale and 1/72 scale, and is modifying the kit to have the speed brakes in the correct position, because they were too far high on the rear fuselage. Let's get back to the Mirage. As you can see here, I have applied the super glue. I'm going to apply a bit more. Where is it? Here it is. Hopefully there it is. The black spots you are seeing is because I sanded a bit the ridge on the upper fuselage half, because that was what remained of the epoxy glue. There, now I will wait for the super glue to dry, and once it's dry I will be coming back and show you how I sand the aircraft. I will show you the next clip right now. Alright, now that the super glue has dried, it's time to sand the union. I will be using this coarse sandpaper with a bit of water to ease on the sanding, and I will be sanding the surface here, if you can see it. This is better. No, this is better, horizontally. Hopefully, no, it wasn't all that dry, but it's dry enough to start the sanding. It's difficult to have the camera and then the plane in one side. There, you can see it perfectly. I will be applying water several times to the sanding paper, and hopefully I won't need to add more super glue to have a smooth joint, because it will be quite time consuming and boring, because I don't usually sand the joints of my models, but I wanted to still have them published on Modeling Madness, which is a website I upload my articles thanks to Scott Van Aken quite frequently. And he told me directly that if I didn't start to sand the joints of my models, I wouldn't be able to have them published anymore. And I understand, because it's a thing of having quality over quantity. It's always better to have quality, because most of my models don't look very well up close, but because it's boring to do sanding, so that's why I don't do it more frequently. Alright, this half has been done, this side has been done. Let me a bit more. More water. Now let's sand the camel, how do you say it, joroba, we call it in Spanish, the hump, that's right, the bump, the camel's bump, with some sanding paper. Again, I'm not recording my hand. Now I will be sanding this side, moving right here. Can you see it here? Yes, but there, better. Hopefully it will need only some more coats of filler to have a smooth joint. I will be applying the black primer with a tatty old brush. Tatty is a word I learned just right now from Becker's Models, an Australian guy who makes models who makes planes in the landing gear raised position. I always prefer them to have them with the lower landing gear extended. Personal preference. I also prefer my models to have the canopy closed, because I don't enjoy the open canopy. I like to preserve the shape of the plane with everything closed. Now let's go back again to the bump, sorry. Let me check. Is it smooth enough? Do you think so? No, it's not smooth enough. More sanding required. More sanding, more effort, but we'll have a pretty model in the end later, maybe at the end of this long holiday that Argentina has. More sanding here, more sanding. I also have to avoid the nose, because it's also pretty sharp, and it would hurt to have a cut with that nose. A new sandpaper, because the old one gave up. Now my back is, I'm having a bit of a backache right now, but I will endure it in order to have the upper joint smooth. This damn antenna is what's annoying me more, because it doesn't allow for a smooth transition between the sandpaper and the surface. There, on the side it's okay. Here we need more sanding. Super glue also cures faster if you add a bit of water, but you need nothing, sorry. Let's keep sanding. Let me see here. My back aches. This metallic bowl is the same I use for the hot water for my decals. So when it's time to apply the Condor decals set, I will have to clean it thoroughly. Is it done? Let me see. I will apply some black paint to the surface to see if I need to do more sanding or more filling. Hopefully I won't need to do that much of a chore, but I will be using this low quality brush and Rebel Matte Black 8. So applying, if I can open the paint tin, I will be applying the black paint with this brush to thin. The water has a bit more there. Can you see it? Yes, you can see it. Here I am applying the black paint. As you can see, it's way too thin. It's been thin way too much, and it doesn't grab much paint, so some patience will be required to achieve perfect coverage. Here you can see some more paint for the underside. The joint in the landing gear won't be filled because it would be way too difficult. Very difficult, as Carlos Tevez says. So yeah, I think I did a pretty good job. I think I don't need more filling and sanding to be done. So now I will allow the paint to cure, then I will be looking if I need to do more sanding, and if I don't need to do more, I will start painting the yellow bands on the upper wings. Let me zoom out. There, on the upper wings, from the speed brakes forward and rear and the rear. The lower wings will also receive a coat of yellow for the bands, and I will be adding the yellow TOAS band on the empennage, on the rudder or whatever. Then I will mask them, and I will paint the upper fuselage with RLM 79 Africa Brown from Rebel 40 Black Green RLM 70, and RLM 71 Rebel 49 Dark Green. That's it for now. I will be seeing you in the next clip. Hopefully you can do it. Does it need more sanding? I think it doesn't. That's a nice way to close the clip. Take care and see you in the next clip, which is right now. Okay, now that the seam filling on the nose of the aircraft is done, I will start by painting the yellow wing bands on the upper and lower sides of the wings, and I will be painting also the black and yellow bands. The black is for commemorating the anniversary of the Mirage Dagger and Finger in Argentine Air Force, and the yellow is for the Malvinas bands. I will start by, let's not break the model. I will start by adding with a pencil a rough, according to instructions, a rough guide, not very straight, a not very straight line. That doesn't matter, since I will be masking the yellow once I'm done to protect the surface for the other colors of the camouflage. I will be following these panel lines, as you can see here. Can you see it? Yes, hopefully you can see it. There, one line done, another line here, applying the second band, and following these lines I will, there, more or less, you can see, hopefully it's more or less even, the lines are more or less even, or more evenly spread. There, much better. Now, according to these are painted according to these instructions. Here you can see the squared lines are for the yellow bands, the same for the lower side of the wings, which I will, by marking the wings, it's tough to do this. The wings over here. There. Now I will be marking the lower side lines, and the second pair. I forgot to mention that the yellow bands don't extend only up to the aileron flap hinge, so I will moisten my finger and delete this. There, much better. The same for this wing. The lines will stop here at the hinge of the aileron. Now the second line stands here, and the other one goes over the speed brake and stops right there, more or less even. Now I will paint the horizontal here. This is in yellow, and the black band here, which comes in with the decals, but I will be painting it to have a surface for the decal again. I am left-handed, so it will be a bit complicated to paint the yellow one with my left hand. First I will start with the black one, which goes until the hinge of the horizontal of the rudder there, and then I will add the black line like this. Sorry, I moved the camera. There, more or less okay. And the yellow lines will be painted right about here. Again, I painted the rudder there. This would be the yellow band, and this is the black one. Taking a look to see if the bands are more or less even, which are not. So I will be adding another pencil over there. Now we have something better. Let me delete this line, and I will be applying the pencil line to make way for the there. here again the yellow band and the black one. Now what I will be doing is, apart from painting the yellow bands, I will be painting the first things first. I will be painting the cockpit, what barely we can call cockpit, and I will be painting the smaller parts, such as the landing gear, the fuel tanks. I won't be using them. The wheels, I will be painting the wheels. The colors I will be using for the wings are yellow, for the cockpit light gray, 66 olive gray for the pilot, where is the 91 steel for the landing gear, 78 tank gray for the wheels. All that will be done while the yellow is drying. So first things first, I will use this brush, which has seen better days. I will sink it in my small water glass, and I will be painting the surface. Since the surface is white, I don't think there will be any issues with a good coverage of the surface. Here you can see it's already pretty well covered, and don't worry about the unevenness of the lines. I will be masking them later because I don't like having uneven things on my collection. Here you can see more yellow. Don't worry about the ailerons. I will mask the yellow lines and have a perfect finish by the time I finish building the model. I'm using the last reserves of what I have on my yellow paint stash. I have another tin of yellow, matte yellow 15 from Rebel, but I'm still trying to use the remainders of it, because the Rebel Aqua paints in Argentina are very, very expensive. Modeling is really very expensive in Argentina, so I don't want to waste any paint unless it's dry, such as my 79 blue gray, which dry after a long time of not being used. But I luckily had another tin, and more yellow here, and the yellow on the empennage. The yellow here will be applied. More yellow. No, you can see that. Now you can see it. Right there. The yellow will be left to cure, which is already happening because aqua colors are water based. Okay, you can see the paint stains. Here you can see them too. The paint was too thin, but luckily the surface will be covered once I apply the masking. Now that the yellow lines were painted, the first coat of paints for the yellow lines was applied, I will start by painting the smaller bits, such as the landing gear. You can see it here. The nose gear, the pilot. You can see the pilot, and the other parts will be here. The wings too. I will be painting the wheels too. First with silver hubs, and then with tank gray. The 78 tank gray from Rebel. That's the same color I use for my cockpits on my Sherman plane. I will be using another oil brush because I have a new one, but I want to use these ones as much as I can before having to throw them away. Okay, let's start with 91 steel. Let's sink the brush into the water and let's start painting the landing gear. Here you can see it has some the landing gear has some detail, but it's not up to par with mainstream releases. However, the cheapness of it make it worth the effort. You can build several wings of aircraft with 3D painting, but as I told you, the detail is not wow, but it's okay. First landing gear painting. Now I go to paint I will be painting the second landing gear bay. I won't be sorry, I'm still not showing you how I paint. I won't be showing you how all the time I apply paint. I will show you only the first coat, and then I will pass to the next step. There, main landing gear painted. More paint here. Nose gear. More paint. There, over there, just like that. Hopefully I'm showing you how I paint, because I think, like I'm doing right now, I'm not showing you anything, and I'm showing you how I paint my fingers, not the parts. More water, more paint, and now for the wheels. One side on the first one, back side. Let's go like this. Front side, back side, and there we have it. Landing gear parts were painted. I will be painting I will be painting the pilot seat. I'm removing the metallic shade. You can see here these metallic spots. This is where the paint sadly went to the main wings. I will remove the plane from here, and with some black paint I will be painting the pilot seat, all black. More water, more paint. Here you can see it. And there. Now I will be waiting for the yellow to fully cure before applying the next coat. The upper surfaces look as if the yellow has already dried, but I will wait for some more minutes. In the meantime, I will be taking a rest because my back is aching. So let me see this one. I will apply more paint to the nose gear. Not pictured here. There, much better. The nose door will be painted white, such as explaining this is the sound that my brushes do when I hit them against the walls of my glass. now that I have painted the yellow ones on all the smaller parts, I will be painting the cockpit light gray, because that's how the Mirage cockpits were painted. Some water, because my Rebel 76 light gray is drying up. And again, the floor being painted light gray. There, much better. The combing will be painted black. So yeah, that's it for now. I will come back when the yellow is painted, when the yellow is dry, which I think it already did. No, it's just still a bit wet. I will come back when the yellow is dry, and I will show you how I mask the surface, and then I will be making the camouflage lines, and hopefully that will be, the masking will be done today, and then tomorrow I will be painting the entire aircraft. Take care, and I'll see you in the next clip right now. Okay guys, this is a plan for tomorrow. I have already painted the yellow Malvinas bands on the wings and rudder and tail. This shouldn't go in here. I will mask this area later. And I've also painted the smaller components, such as the pilot, main landing gear, nose wheel and wheels. And tomorrow I will be starting to paint the camouflage. I measured the stripes, the stripes in masking tape, and came to the conclusion that using a 2 centimeter masking for the wings will be enough to cover the main parts of the wing, but without showing the gray pencil lines which can be seen here. The rudder will be painted also maybe tomorrow. I don't know the size of the tape I will have to use, but I will do that tomorrow. So yeah, take care, and I'll see you tomorrow for more progress on the Dagger. Well guys, it's a brand new day, and with this day, the painting session will start. I have outlined the camouflage with a pencil, as you can see here, and masked the yellow bands and black bands with masking tape. The black filled area will be overpainted with the camouflage color, and these numbers are the numbers of the colors I will be using. For example, 17 is Rebel Aqua Africa Brown 17. I will start the painting scheme by applying the Africa Brown, which hopefully won't give me too many issues when covering the paint. Now I will thin the brush a bit and apply the camouflage. This will be brush painted. I found it very relaxing to brush paint. There. As when the paint dries, I will apply the second coat off camera, because I won't torture you when applying all the colors. I will show you first, as I did with the yellow bands. I will show you first how I paint the first coat, and then I will paint the next color, which will be Rebel 39 dark green. The rudder also needs to be painted in this color, like this. You can see it here. More Africa brown on the other side of the plane, here. You can see here 39 for the dark green here. More Africa brown on the wings. And I will be applying the, how do I apply it? I think all of this is 40, 17, and like that. Yeah, that's perfect. Now I will start by painting the fuselage in general. More paint, and here we go. I am applying the colors of the main camouflage on the fuselage. More Africa brown. I think like this it's okay. I will apply here on the nose too. As you can see, it's rather the paint is rather liquid, which will avoid leaving brush strokes when painting the kit. Remember, I remove the paint with my hand. The thinner the paint is, the less chances of ending with brush strokes visible on the fuselage will be. There are less chances of ending with. Let me check the camouflage. I think I'm doing something wrong. This is 40, this is 39 here, and the camouflage is red brown is here, over here too. Let me 49 right there. The camouflage doesn't show very much. Yes, red brown. It's red brown where I was applying. If I end up having to correct part of the painting scheme, I will do it behind the cameras. That is 40, 39, as it's already here, and I think that's all that I need to do. Painting here. Oh, I'm not showing it again. And like this, I think the first camouflage color is okay. I will paint the other. I was forgetting. I will paint some part again Africa brown on the empennage right there. Hopefully the paint will not seep under the masking tape, but if it seeps I will paint again over there. Right, now I will leave the Africa brown to dry, and when it's dry I will be painting. Let me apply more paint here. More paint here. There. It's dry in the empennage. So now I will apply a second coat here. More Africa brown. The background sound is the radio my mom's listening to. Radio Mitre. There. That's it. That's okay for now. There. Now I will leave the paint to dry, and while it's drying I will check the camouflage scheme on the that is in color on the El Barón Rojo Hobbies page, because I think I didn't get the camouflage correctly on this side of the fuselage. So I will be back with you once I have fully painted the Africa brown, and then I will be painting the Rebel 39 dark green from lighter shade to darker shade. Take care, and I'll see you in the next clip. Alright guys, now that the RLM-79 has fully cured and covered properly all the correct areas of the fuselage, it's time to paint the dark green, the lightest of the dark green, which is RLM-71 dark green from Rebel Aqua. As you can see, I have painted the gray and black area on the empennage, which I don't know what it means. And this area will be painted. I have to mask it. This area will be also painted in RLM-71, and then the remaining parts of 71 will be free-handed as I did with RLM-71. As you can see here, I've also painted the intakes and the nose cone in matte black, and this part in matte white. So now I will grab a piece of masking tape, a small one, grab the model, and mask carefully here. But perfectly mask the camouflage. This area will also be painted in Rebel 71. This area too, making it a constant line here to cover this area, and then this other zone to be covered in 71. Now I will open the paint pot, sink my brush into some water. Now sink the brush into the paint pot, and I will start painting this area first to check if I need to thin the paint a bit more, which I don't need to. Here's the first coat on this area of the plane. Here we have the 71 being painted here. I won't worry too much about over painting other areas, because not every Mirage in the Argentinian service had the same camouflage applied in the same spots, so I won't worry much about that. There we can paint this area right now. Sinking the brush into my glass of water a bit more. I need to thin down the paint a bit more, and there we have a better surface to cover. Now to be a bit more careful with the paint, because I need to paint around this area. Perfect. Now to paint. You can see here that because the paint was too thin, the ailerons received a thin line of the paint, of the watered paint. I don't know if it's correct how it's said. I will paint this area also in RLM 71. Here a bit more. The rudder was also painted 71, so I'll paint here. Perfect. Now turn the plane on the other side and paint this area. I'll try to paint the aircraft as much as possible before going to sleep, which will be soon. Here you can see how I apply the paint to the right hand side of the fuselage. A bit more paint on the brush. Now that I need more paint on my brush. There, much better. You can see here I'm still new to painting using my tripod, but I think with some time to get accustomed to it, I will be able to paint better with the tripod in front of me. Now that this area was painted, I forgot to paint here the empennage. Hopefully the paint won't seep under the masking tape. Either way, if it seeps, it won't matter because I will repaint it. some more paint. And here we have the last area to be painted in RLM71. There, right, perfect. Now I will leave these areas to cure, to dry. Maybe I will apply a second coat of paint on these areas today. And if not, I forgot. Yes, I knew I was forgetting an area to paint here. And I also rub my finger on a wet area, not so much paint. There. I will apply more paint here, more paint here, and I will try to cover each area perfectly. So yeah, that's it for the RLM71. As you can see, there's not much else to paint apart from the black green and to make the RLM71 fully cover the surface. I will keep painting later today, and maybe tomorrow or maybe and most likely tomorrow. So yeah, now it's time to go to bed, and I will see you in the next clip next morning. Take care, and see you in the next clip right now. Alright guys, now that the RLM71 has been painted and fully cured, it's time to add the third and final upper camouflage color, which is Rebel 40 Black Green RLM70. Once that's done, I will paint the undersides with Rebel 5 Matte White, which is how this dagger had the undersides painted as. Now I will sink my brush into some water, sink the brush into the paint, and I will start by painting the corners of the model. There. One area painted, more paint into my brush, more water needed on the brush, but not as much to cause the paint to make runs on the surface. There. The wings have been painted, and now I will paint the fuselage. I will grab the aircraft from the right wing, and I will paint this area, taking care of not going overboard with some of the areas. More water, more paint, and another brush. I'm covering also the areas that have the lightest color of RLM71 painted. RLM79, sorry. More water, more paint. More water on the brush, again more paint, and painting here right now the spine of the aircraft. To have a fully covered camouflage soon. There, you can see here that most of the camouflage is complete. Now I will paint the nose, which would be the last area to need RLM 70 painted. Now I will paint part of the nose cone. The combing is painted in RLM 70 because then it will be painted in black, but I want to have some sort of primer. The nose painted. There, much better. I'll paint the inner side of the intake in black green and then coat the area with black. There. The camouflage is taking shape and the aircraft is soon closing to the gloss varnishing state. I will use my varnishes from Rebel 2, Gloss 1 and Matte 2, which are the gloss varnish and the matte varnish respectively. I found another area that needs to have the RM70 painted right here. When it dries, I will start painting I will add more camouflage colors until the surface is fully painted. So I will see you once those were my fingers. I will see you once the paint is cured and has fully covered the entire surface of the aircraft. Take care and I'll see you in the next clip. Okay guys, I have already finished painting the camouflage. The red lines are for the do not walk lines, and the small red bits you see out of the yellow bands are the speed brake red bands, are the speed brakes red indicator that they are there. The black and yellow needs a bit needs a bit of correcting, but I think I can, and I also painted the antenna in silver. I think I can already start painting the white. Let me zoom out. There. I think I can start painting the white right now, and I will show you how I do it. And then with this brush, which is wider than the others, which I used to paint the camouflage, and Rebel matte white paint. I will zoom in. Sorry for the finger. I will start by painting the wings and then the nose. There. First coat, and as you can see, it already covers very well the yellow. More water to thin the paint down. Hopefully the paint won't bleed through the tape and affect the upper surfaces. More water. there, the front of the wings being painted. The exhaust is also being painted right now. This fin that I don't know what it is, I think it's for lateral longitudinal stability, is also painted. It's quite hard to see where the paint goes because white against white is a bit tricky to do. That's why I don't build airliners from Rebel, because they have the white plastic and the paint doesn't tend to show very well in those types of plastic. Alright, now that the wings are almost done with the painting, I will start by painting the nose. You can see the how thin the paint really is, because it doesn't cover very well. But I'm quite sure that after some brush coats, the paint will fully cover the fuselage. I will also try to paint the Canon I don't know how it says, the recesses where the cannon goes, where both cannons go. I don't know how you say that. I will mask them with masking tape and then paint them in black in order to have the gun throughs. I think they are called like that. The smaller parts, such as the landing gear doors, have already been painted, so that shouldn't worry us. So that will be left aside. And also, I don't need to paint the. See, no white bleed throughs. I don't need. So the nose cone was also painted black, and the intakes were also painted white, according to the real life photo of the aircraft. So yeah, now I will let the first coat of white to dry, and I will start the rear section of the fuselage is already dry. I will apply more paint there, and then let the other areas of the plane to cure before applying the second coat. I'm not showing you anything. There. I will make corrections to the areas where the paint has seeped, or I apply the painting correctly later. But for now, this is all for this clip. Hopefully I will be able to gloss the entire aircraft today and apply decals tomorrow, which is the part I'm most excited for, because I want to see how I apply decals with the tripod in front of me. Take care and see you in the next clip. Alright guys, the aircraft has been unmasked, and I can proudly say there weren't many paint bleeds throughout the tape. Except in the yellow areas where the white really did bleed through the tape. The red areas are the speed brakes, as I did in the upper surfaces, and the nose cone was unmasked too, and the black held perfectly. I also painted black the gun throughs, which look better than expected, and the exhaust nozzle was painted still. What I will do now is I will start painting the preparations for the decals, and I will paint the surface of the model with gloss varnish. For that, I'll need another napkin. I will be using this brush, and I will paint first the wings and left fuselage side, and then I will apply the gloss varnish to the right wing. I always apply 2 coats of gloss varnish and 2 coats of matte varnish each time I make a model, to protect the decals on the paint from the difficulties of the environment. Now I changed my mind. Because I am more comfortable with my left hand holding the left wing, I will start applying the gloss varnish to the fuselage and the right wing. Here we go. The aircraft will look all nice and shiny. As you can see here, more water. Varnish on the fuselage sides. The varnish will self-level, so there's nothing to worry about when applying it. It won't leave any white residue such as other varnishes like Vallejo gloss bar. No, that was the decal softener. The Vallejo decal softener left quite a bit of white residue. Hopefully my brush is clean enough and doesn't have any white paint residue, because that would really be something terrible, because it would destroy the hours spent on the camouflage. Now I paint the right hand fuselage side. Sorry. There. Now the empennage. The best part of these 3D painted models not only is their cheapness, but also the roughness of the surface makes it perfect for painting, because the paint really grabs into the surface and it takes less coats of paint to apply than on a regular model. For example, all my models have a very shiny surface, not because of chemical residue from the molding process, but because I clean it with alcohol, and that is not needed on these 3D printed models. The nose is being gloss varnished too. More water, more gloss varnish, and application of the gloss varnish in the right wing. The gloss varnish also works out to be a very nice paint leveler, not paint leveler, a very good shade uniformity thing, because it makes the different coats of paint to get the same shade after it has dried. So that's why I like varnishing my planes, because it looks it looks much better. Okay, now that I gave the model its first coat of gloss varnish, I will let the varnish dry, and I will apply I will apply 2 coats on both the fuselage and right wing, and when that's dry I will show you how I apply the varnish into the left wing, and then I will apply it on the underside. So yeah, now that it's all nice and shiny, but it's not enough, it needs a second coat. So while it dries, I will watch some movies or something on YouTube, and once it's dry, I will put you up to notice. Take care, and see you in the next clip. So guys, now that the aircraft has been fully varnished and the varnish has fully cured, I will apply the main landing gear, the nose gear. The main gear doesn't has the wheels separate, whereas the nose gear has the wheel trapped between the gear leg already. What I will do is to use my epoxy glue of choice, Pegamil. Now I will apply the glue and then let it set overnight and apply the wheels tomorrow. Here you can see how I am applying the glue. This one first goes here like that. Now the left gear, apply some more glue. There we go. And now the most difficult part of this one is attaching the main gear, the nose gear strut, which doesn't sit level. So I will apply glue on the edge and maybe a bit under the nose, under the gear, and I will apply the nose like this. You see that it's straight, and you see how the landing gear looks. Not the best of details, but it's okay. Now I could apply the wheels. Yes, I will apply the wheels. I will glue the wheels now to speed up a bit the gluing process. So tomorrow I can glue the, maybe I will glue the pilot to its opening today. And tomorrow I will paint the pitot tube and then add the canopy. Here's the canopy, I painted it yesterday. The pitot tube will be applied tomorrow because it's a small part and I don't want to lose it while waiting for everything to set. So here some glue here, gluing one of the struts, the wheels here. Because it's a bit skewed. There, now it's straight. More glue here. The glue has been wiped out with my thumb. Here you can see the wheels, how they look. And the pilot will be glued right now by applying glue on the cockpit floor. I will glue the pilot, which will go like this. I know the pilot is not the most of the doesn't have the most accurate colors, but I think I can live with it. There we go. Now to let the wheels, the glue harden before I will I will dry fit the canopy right now to see if it fits over the pilot. If it doesn't, well, the pilot will have to go. But I hope I can place it right here. There, let me place it like this. No, not like this. There, better. It fits perfectly. It fits okay. I have to make some adjustments, but so far so good. Looks okay. I will remove the clear part before. Let's test it again. Let me take a look at how it fits here. it doesn't have the best of fits. Normally Kosmosur's canopies, which come as vacuum foam canopies, do tend to fit rather nicely, but this one doesn't. Come on, fit. Okay, I have another plan. What I will do is to cut a bit of the cockpit. Cut a bit here, this area here, and this small part here. I will test fit the area again. There we go. Okay, I messed it up. I shouldn't have cut it like this, but it now fits more or less. You can see here it ended up with a big gap where I cut the part, but it doesn't look that bad. Here it is this isn't the part, the remaining clear part. Where did I put the other area, the other piece? Well, it does look really bad, but otherwise I wouldn't have been able to place the clear part. So what I will do is to leave this to dry, and I will try to find the part I removed from the canopy with my scissor. So take care. I will see you tomorrow, and I will be gluing the canopy and applying the pitot tube. Alright guys, the dagger has been finished. I have a lot of joy building my fourth 3D printed model, and although it doesn't have as much detail as the mainstream kit from Kinetic or Italeri, it's still a viable option if you want a quick and easy build for the weekend. Here you can see the fuel tanks, which were assembled last night, but I think I won't be using them because the real C-408 didn't carry them IRL, not even in the photos I used to base this aircraft. So I will leave you with the final reveal photos. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. I hope you enjoy this longer format I record, because if it goes well, if it does well, I will keep doing it. Take care, and see you in the next video.